Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Happy New Year, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Cardinals going up against the Seahawks.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Palmer dumping it off for Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
This is Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Play clock winding down. Again, it's Johnson. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. Palmer will throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now Now the rookie seventh rounder. This is Chris Carson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On second down, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second and very short here, less than a yard. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Here's Britton Golden now on the return. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now Palmer on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Carry here for Johnson. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They go to Johnson again. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd down and 5. From the gun, it's Palmer. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Robert Kimdichie. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Second down, Wilson. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number. Led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
And take it right on the 30. Powers ahead at the 45. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it.
And then That's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. And Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass. Johnson on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. He's to the 10, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Dayon Buchanan. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's John Ryan now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. Look at the dance and the juke. Oh, still going. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Hey, rookie. That's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
19.
Now it's Carson, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Wilson now off the bootleg. He finds his running back, Rawls. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. Chargers have jumped out to an early lead over the Raiders. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Gives to Johnson. And he's got room. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Andy Lee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. A second quarter score from Carson. Chargers have jumped out to an early lead over the Raiders. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Hassan Reddick, the rookie from Temple. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout,
as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Corey Peters in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. By the way, they're into the 2nd quarter now out in Carson. Chargers have jumped out to an early lead over the Raiders. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. Pushes over him.
That's just not right.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They go play action here on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's Carson. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. On 3rd down, it's Carson. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
7 yards to go on second down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. This is Carson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. And his throw is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd down, Palmer. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now it's Lockett. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to.
Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Wilson on second down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Golden. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use the speed to get there in the run game.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Cardinals on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The play clock's running down. Palmer now. It's caught. Nelson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Gives to Johnson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Johnson running left. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Larry Fitzgerald, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Cardinals will extend their lead. And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt. And the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more blocks.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Steps away to his left. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
They run it with Carson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On 3rd down, that's Carson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes, Brent, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, that worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man wide open for a pass and a score on a fake field goal. I love that play.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 11-yard line. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They begin the drive with Johnson. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Play clock winding down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. David Johnson on his way. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. An excellent field position here as this drive will start on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson looking deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
And there's another one of those incredible highlight reel catches. One-handed, deep downfield, another big completion. I know this, partner. As a defender, I don't know how you avoid watching what they do. It's everywhere. All the highlight shows, watching it on Madden, trying not to get intimidated before you go out and have to play against these guys and try and stop them.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. A give to the fullback on the dime. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as aiming. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. That's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Palmer apparently wants to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Fresh set of downs here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. One last shot for Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.